Hey, Internet. Good morning. Getting ready to pack everything up from here in the hotel. My campsite last night was here in a hotel that I got with points. Able to charge things, which is awfully nice to be able to do. And then kind of dry some things out and just get things just sort of together, really. So, getting ready to pack up. Going to meet my brother here in a few hours for the Guzzis in the Blue Ridge, North Carolina Moto Guzzi Rally, and keeping an eye on the Weather Channel when I can. So let's get things going here. Daylights are burning. Alright, back on the road, just headed west on Interstate 40. Wow, there's some better roads in this part of the country to be riding on. You know, getting a little bit later start than I wanted to. It's just good just to kind of drone on the interstate and following traffic. I'm hitting speeds that are definitely ways to make miles. Sometimes that's what's most important. Man, let's face it, if you are going to have to do interstate, nothing like this stretch of interstate going up the mountain westbound on I40. Look like a cop there on the right. Something about a 3-lane twisty road up a mountain that's a lot of fun. And I have to admit, sometimes I kind of take it like I'm riding up Lookout Mountain. Definitely something we brothers have done a time or two, but with 3 lanes of traffic and a lot of places to pass, man, this is a lot of fun. Just slipping in and out of traffic, weaving right, weaving left, just follow the mountain. It's just great. This is west of Old Fort and east of Swannanoa and Black Mountain, if you know this part of North Carolina. But yeah, it's fun. Black whatever Toyota or Mazda just talking to me. Let me slip in between him and this truck. A little tight there, but it's all good. And coming up to the crest of the hill here, if I recall correctly, a little bit cloudy up here, getting close to those clouds, but unfortunately no rain, so that's kind of a good thing. Got a few more turns to come, and then I'll be on the Asheville side of the mountain. zipping through the back roads of Waynesville. This is after I I've actually stopped at a place to get a couple of supplies there by the Walmart on the western side of Waynesville. Kind of a fun, twisted little route. Speed limit does say 20 miles an hour, but anyway, it's too much fun. Getting around Waynesville and just definitely feeling the Crusoe countryside. Going through Crusoe now, and just love these nice twisty little roads and sweepers, or whatever you want to call them. Fun enough to make it all worthwhile, but not so technical that you feel like you're always on your toes and always having to scrape pegs or anything like that. And here we are, home away from home for Brothers Bikes and Bourbon this weekend. Blue Ridge Motorcycle Campground. If you got a car, you got to park on this side of the creek. Only motorcycles allowed. Those great cabins on the right are some of my favorites. This weekend, that's where Mark and Barb and some of their friends are staying. Coming in, here's the registration, although we usually just pull in, find a place to camp, and then come back up and pay. Bathhouse here on the left, then the pavilion here, along with the restaurant. One of the great things about Blue Ridge Motorcycle Campground is the on-site restaurant for breakfast and dinner on the weekends. Uh-oh, somebody's camped where we usually camp there on the right. Let's see. Pat and Dave are camped right there. That's kind of cool. Dave has a red verse solo. Nice. Okay. Well, this'll work. Let's get Ray's tent set up. Man, this is such a palace. But let's see what we can do here. A little bit of time lapse to make it go by a little bit faster.
Right, another Brothers Bikes and Bourbon. Guzzis in the Blue Ridge. We are set up here, and right by the trout stream behind us. Mountains ahead of us. All we need is a little more blue sky. Looking forward to a great weekend. Good friends, good drink, nice smokes, a lot of conversation by the fire, and gonna have a great time, as we always do.
So just finally set up. It's nice to beat the rain, as Ray said earlier, and we've decided to camp back in the back of Blue Ridge Motorcycle Camp. This is affectionately known as Blake Corner, where the Blakes usually camp, and I kind of like it because it is sort of situated away from the camp, the main part of the camp. We're by the creek. We have our picnic table with all our crap. So when I look at Tim Collins' stuff, 40 Times Around, who, you know, will definitely link to his great vlog. You know, he's a lot more he's a lot more intentional about how he does his camp, and certainly learning things from him. We're maybe a couple of steps below Okies, but not that far away. And certainly learning some things about minimalism, but also we know that, you know, this is, for us, this is it's a 3-day weekend for us, and so sometimes we do travel heavily. So let's take a look at the tents. Why don't we do that, Ray?
Okay, so this is a Views. It's
Sorry,
a,
Views? Okay, right.
A Views tent.
VUZ.
And it's a garage / camping tent where you can actually bring and park your bike inside here instead of having to use a cover for your bike, which I didn't bring this time, because in case it rains, I'm going to put the bike inside here. However, it can double up as a sort of a porch to kind of visit and drink and smoke cigars and swat and tell lies. Plenty of room inside for two. I can almost stand up. I'm 6'2", and I'm bending over, stooping over a little bit, so it's probably about 5'7" or so. But as you can see, it's got plenty of room, and nice tent, pretty good quality, kind of like a Coleman is the best way to describe it, and does a good job. Pretty easy to set up.
Cool. And we're also going to take a look at my tent, which is over this way.
Okay.
And so,
Let me get that.
yeah. So what I'm using what's the stuff in there? So this is the MSR Hubba Hubba in X, I think it is, the latest version. So MSR, I forgot what it stands for, but it stands for something. It's a typical 2-person backpacking tent. One of the interesting features does have these little vents or windows that you can open up with Velcro. It's got a little arm, and it's kind of nice, pretty standard. So that's our moto setup.